Food and workouts and everything like that. The living works in my life because I don't want others to miss heaven. Hello and welcome back to the Root Network. I'm Pastor Archie Collins and I'm glad that you're with us on today. We're excited about what God is doing already in this year, 2023. As you know, we've been on our spiritual health challenge, and one of the major parts of the spiritual health challenge as we look to develop lifestyles of worship is literally learning what worship is and how to make sure we're worshiping God and God alone. You'll start to recognize his power. You'll start to see all the areas in your life where God has taken care of you, all the areas in your life where he's spoken to you and lifted you up, all the areas in your life where he has made a difference. That's how you got to look at God's power. God's power is all the areas and times in your life he's made a difference. Power, might gets things done. And I can tell you, if you're with us today, if you're alive on this earth, or if you were alive at some point in time, God made a difference in your life. And I can tell you he's not stopping. He's not done working in your life. But you got to recognize his hand. You got to recognize his presence. You got to recognize his love. And then you'll start seeing, oh, that was God. That was God. That was God. That was all done by his power. Now, once there's a revelation of God's power, there can be an internal reverence of God's omnipotence, that his power, that his power is all powerful. He's the one, not anything else, not anyone else. So why am I spending time paying attention to other people and other things and listening to them and bowing down my will to all of them and even myself when God's the omnipotent one? He's the all powerful one. He's the one. Period. He's the one. And when you recognize that he's the one, everything else kind of fades in the back. Once there's an internal reverence of his omnipotence, once you've said he is the one, there can now be an external response of true worship. So first I got to recognize his hand and his presence. He loves me. He's with me. Then I can recognize because he loves me, he's with me. Look at all that he's done. I recognize his power. I reverence his power. And once there's a revelation and a reverence of that power, then I can reverence his omnipotence. Lord, you're the one. Look at what you've done. You're still with me even when I messed up. Your grace is sufficient. And once I've done all of that, I find myself slowly bending with each recognition, with each revelation. And before you know it, I'm on my face in true worship because I have now given up and said, Lord, you're great. You love me. You're amazing. And that's a decision that we all have to make, that I'm willing to follow that process through because I want to be a true worshiper. I want to see God revealed in every area of my life. Thank you so much for watching the Root Network with us on today. We're so glad to be able to share how to be fruitful from the root to the fruit in every area of your life. Make sure that you like this, that you share this, that you subscribe to this so that you can continue to help us spread this gospel of grace and this ability to be fruitful all over the world. Again, remember you're victorious and we thank God for you. We'll see you next time on the Root Network.